What's going on everybody, Colin Duke here, and in this episode of Quick Tips Tuesday we're talking ND filters. What are they used for, and why you need one. Intro. Okay, so you may be wondering, what does ND stand for? And you've come to the right place, because ND stands for neutral density. Now there is a ton of technical stuff behind these filters, but to put it quite simply, they're basically like sunglasses that screw onto your camera's lens, and you can adjust to let more light in or less light in that hits your camera sensor. Now there's a ton of different ND filters out there for you to choose from. There's graduated ND filters and different stops where they let in less light or more light. But the one I'd recommend the most for anyone just starting out in video or photography is this bad boy right here. This is a variable ND filter, and like I said, they're basically like sunglasses for your lens. So I can adjust this by turning it either left or right. And if I turn it to the left, it's going to let more light in, and if I turn it to the right, it's going to block out more light. So, why do we need ND filters? When we're shooting photo and we're shooting video, there's two main differences. When we're shooting video, we want to keep our shutter speed constant. So, we want to keep our shutter speed double our frame rate. So if you're shooting 24 frames per second, you want your shutter speed to be around 50th, so 1/50th of a second. And the reason for this is it produces the most natural looking motion blur, it makes your footage look more cinematic, and it's also known as the 180-degree shutter rule. When it comes to shooting outside, 1/50th of a second is generally just lets in so much light that your image ends up looking a little bit like this. Now that is super ugly, right? Now, sure, you could just adjust your aperture to kind of let in more, or, let in less light in our case. But if you want to keep that really nice depth of field out in like the sunny fields or wherever you are, ND filters are the way to go. So the way we would do it is keep our camera settings completely the same, screw on the variable ND filter, and then we'd actually adjust the filter to let in more or less light. So keep adjusting the filter, paying attention to your metering on your camera, and generally when you get that line directly in the middle, you've got a perfectly exposed image. So like now you can see, I adjust it and bam, we have a perfectly good exposure. Now these filters are also needed if you're planning on doing any long exposure photography where you can get that really nice silky smooth water, or the really nice kind of silky smooth waterfalls, and I'll do another tutorial of that in the future. So that's it guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video gave you a better understanding of ND filters as a whole. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments and I'll answer them as soon as possible. As always, drop a like down below if you haven't, hit that subscribe button for more tutorials 3 times a week, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.